Hi and welcome to today's video. If you are wondering what it's like to move to Norway and not know anyone, I want to share what it was like for me to move to Norway and not know anyone but my boyfriend, because it can be overwhelming to move to another country not knowing anyone. So if you want some tips and tricks and you want to learn from what I wish I would have done differently, this video is perfect for you. So let's just dive right into today's video. It's almost 8 years ago since I moved to Norway, and let me begin with saying that I absolutely love my life here. And I want you to know that if you have just moved to Norway and you think that you are very alone and it's not going to work out, it can 100% work out. So this is why I want to give you my point of view and what it was like for me. So what it was like for me, and the reason why I remember this, even though it's 8 years ago, is because I was reading my old journal yesterday from this exact time. And it said, I've never been so alone in my life. And that's what it felt like, because I had moved from my family, from where I grew up, from the friends that I've known since I was a little girl, and I lost all of that when I moved here. So you lose not only your relationship with your family and your friends, but you also lose your identity, you know, the person that you were when you moved here. So I believe the older you are, the harder it is to do such a thing, to move to a new country and settle and start all over again. So, but anyways, so I moved, and I did not really think that it was going to be hard because I was used to making new friends. I had lived in the United States for a year. I know what it's like to be extrovert and to make new friends. But when you are not involved in education and you are mainly just being at home applying for jobs, it was for me really hard to kind of get social. And I think I kind of had the idea that people would come to me, and even when they did, I did not want to be that desperate foreigner who wanted new friends. So I was like, I have my friends. By the way, if you find this video interesting, it would really help me reach out to more people and help more people if you just gave it a like and maybe made a comment and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Let's move on. But I didn't. And my first tip, if you are new in Norway or any country really, be open to making new relationships. And I have friends here now that after almost 10 years of living here, there's a light bulb going up for them, and they're like, okay, I have to let go of the people at home because they're far away, they have moved on, they have gotten new relationships, and I need to move on as well. So this is such an important thing for me to say, that if I was to do this again, which I hope I won't, because it's been really hard, and you are going to feel alone at the beginning because social relationships takes a lot of time to build. But if I was to do this again, I would definitely work on my mindset, and I would be more aware of that relationships, they take time to build, and be more aware of, okay, what you've just left, you have to let that go. You have to let it go, and you can't go home all the time. You have to work on your relationships here. And at the beginning, it is going to feel like you are strangers to these people, because you are. But year after year, it starts building up. And now the friends that I have here, I'm much more close with than I was with my friends at home. We have the same interests, and they are way more willing to go do stuff all the time. And we are in the same situation. Like, I have Norwegian friends, we have kids the same age, I have other foreigners that have moved here, that has learned the language, and we are in the same situation. So it's just like kind of grown-up friends. I feel like they are really, really close friends in another way than your old friends, because your old friends, they only know you when you were a kid, and to them you're still that kid, even though you have evolved as a person. So what I'm trying to say is that it was really, really hard and lonely to move to Norway at the beginning, not knowing anyone. However, I made it that way myself. So you can easily make friends, but anywhere in the world, in any city, it takes time to build social relationships. So if you are just conscious of that and you are positive and you have support in your boyfriend or your family at home or wherever they are, the people who support you, it will work. Like, it will eventually work out, all of it. So I wanted to let you know that if you are in this situation and you are feeling very lost and lonely in Norway, I would love to offer you my support. So you can go right up here. I will put a link here and in my description box where you can book a call with me. It does cost money, but you can do that. And then we can have a good talk and I will try to give you my best tips and advice. And sometimes it can just help to talk with someone who's been through the same thing. So I would love to hear from you, and I will just see you in my next video. Bye.